doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. We're my most beautiful queens in the house. We're my most beautiful queens in the house.
Hey everybody, it's your girl Jamila. Welcome to the Queen's Address. Welcome into the Queendom today. I'm so excited. I'm sitting before R&B royalty, okay? This young lady is a singer, a songwriter, and an actress. A legacy in song, a life in full. Miss Karyn White is in the building. How you doing, Miss Karyn White?
I'm good.
Good.
Thank you. That was a beautiful introduction.
Thank you so much. You look beautiful today. I'm enjoying the outfit.
You too.
Thank you. Shout out to my stylist, Kimmy.
What's up, Kimmy?
No, she's amazing.
Yes,
and so
she
I
is.
know that you're in town. You're touring right now, and so you have a show coming up tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes.
Yeah. What do you do to prepare for a show?
Jeez, what do I do to prepare? I'm always preparing. So the first part is like the wardrobe because it would be so easy if I just sang ballads and I was just pretty and Diana Ross and but I'm that girl.
Yes.
But then I'm pop.
Yes.
I'm this girl.
You got dance
James
moves.
Brown footwork.
Right.
So that's the hardest part.
Right.
Is my wardrobe.
Right.
What can keep me still where
Functional
I feel
and
cool,
yeah.
but still sensual. So, girl, that's the first part.
Yeah.
Which is very fun.
Yes.
So we do that. And then the other part is just, I do vocal lessons and I've been kind of cheating.
Oh.
But I need to do vocal lessons and just eating right for my voice. I can't drink any alcohol because that's bad for my voice. Lemons, tomatoes, the diet. It's a whole get down, girl.
So do you have like a vegan or like your skin looks perfect and
Oh,
you're
thank
glowing and
you.
you're like a size 2. So I'm like, are you vegan or are you pescatarian?
It depends.
Give us or tell us what we need to be doing to look this amazing.
Well, my goal is to be vegan majority of the time because I just feel better when I'm eating that way. But sometimes I wear everybody out because I'll eat beans every day, like navy beans. Or
Yeah, navy beans are good.
And salad. It's like, okay, you're wearing us out. So,
Yeah.
so I'll eat some fish. I do usually eat like salmon. And then lately I have been, there's this place around the corner from my house and they make these wings, but they don't fry them. So they put them in non-toxic oils, which are olive oil. And it's the perfect little spot, and it's right around the corner. So I will go over there and get me some
guilty
some
pleasure.
protein.
Yeah, okay.
Look, some protein with my sprout salad, though. I love this salad. I can't even think. You would think I would know it, but it's an apple something salad from Sprouts. It's organic. But the more important than being vegan, I try to eat clean, which is not all those bad seed oils and fried food.
Right, that stuff can clog your arteries, and
Oh,
I'm hearing
everything.
now the memory loss and all these things. Because you have a lot of songs, you have to remember all your songs, all the lyrics. Like it's a lot,
It
a lot of
is.
words.
It
That's
is.
a whole lot of words.
It's a whole lot of words. It's a whole lot of words.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot of everything, So we just want to just be at our best, right? So love yourself, ladies, enough to let it go. I know. Look, I love some sweet potato pie too.
Yes. Yes.
And French fries.
Yes,
but,
it's a treat though. You can, you got to treat yourself.
Yeah, but you can air fry it.
Air fry.
Okay.
That's better than deep fry.
There you go.
Okay. And so your debut album made history, okay, and defined a moment in R&B. And I wanted to ask you, looking back, what energy or intention do you feel you poured into that project that made it resonate so deeply so many years later?
Ooh, what intention? Well, first of all, you want to give from the heart.
Yeah.
I think that was more important, my singing and being felt. Some notes weren't necessarily the greatest, but when I listen back at it, it's like, did you feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was still young, finding my voice, but I understood that you better have some emotion, and that's where church played a big part, and just me recording and singing and loving people like Gladys Knight, you know, who know how to tell a story with the music, and of course, so working with those great iconic producers that are Babyface, L.A. Reid, and Daryl Simmons, and I was in good hands because shoot, they were just coming off of a high with Bobby Brown. And I kind of feel like I was the female Bobby Brown.
Yes.
More so, because I would say, oh, I like Janet, you know, some of my influences at that time, of course, Gladys, and a lot of men, you know, Prince, Rick James, Michael.
All heavyweights.
Michael,
Yes.
yeah. So those funk, I'm a big funk girl, Ohio players, Isley's. But I think it would be close to, because me and Bobby, I think we were very similar. And someone even said that online. They were like, she was like kind of the flip of him.
Right.
The male-female version.
Right. Right. No, I love that. And so one of my favorite songs, one of the most iconic songs is Superwoman. I have to talk to you about Superwoman. And it has been an anthem for some time now. And just women around the world love it. And it makes them feel seen. It heals something within them. And when you recorded it, did you realize you were creating something that would become a generational statement?
See, youth is wasted on the young. We don't. First of all, and I'm not pointing myself out because I'm sure all of us, we don't know. You know, when you're young, you're kind of thinking the world is yours. You know, you hope you have a hit. You think it's amazing. But I can't say I didn't really realize that it would touch so many women. And because what am I knowing about being a superwoman, honestly, at 22, singing that
You were
song.
22 when you sang that? Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
You were singing like. Did you see the performance with Audra? And
Audra?
Audra
Day?
No, she did the. She just won a Tony.
Oh.
And you know she did Rose's.
Oh.
Like how she's on the stage, like you were singing. If you feel it in your heart and you understand
Go ahead,
me.
girl.
And when you were singing like that,
Yeah.
I remember being a little girl listening, doing homework. Like she mean that thing. Like whoever made Karen White feel like that, they need to get it together.
Wow. Look, and I would, yes.
But
So
you had this passion.
that's the
in
emotion
your
I'm
voice.
talking about.
And I'm like, it reminds me also when Diana Ross sings in The Wiz.
Ooh.
And she's like, living here in this brand new world. And all
Yeah.
her notes aren't perfect, but you start to
Right.
well up with tears.
Right.
You did that for
feel.
us.
And Stephanie singing Home.
Yes.
Yeah, all of those.
Across generations.
But
I
would
was
even,
a child.
yes.
Like, wow, like let me listen to what's going on.
So that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, what is that?
You have to, that's that emotion. You got to be convincing. It's like my mother was my substitution, and L.A. Reid sang that song. First, I couldn't find it, but I had to say, this is my mother. So in acting, we use it all the time, substitution.
Right.
So I may not be that woman yet, but fortunately, I knew how to conjure that feeling up, that, you know, and then, you know, I'm the baby, I have sisters, older sisters, and just, so really that's where that came from. But just when I heard the song, you know, it's written by men. First of all, Babyface, L.A. Reid, and Daryl Simmons wrote that song. And they thought, that he said, that was your song. And to be, and then to have like, because I told you I love Gladys Knight. I love Dionne Warwick.
Yes.
But you'll hear me doing some Gladys on some of that, they call it the outro vamp. And I know she heard it too. So she heard herself in that song.
Oh, wow.
That's why she did it over.
Oh, wow.
Her, Patty, and Dionne, which was like, oh my God, 3
Icons. Yes.
You know what I mean? So I did not know, but I'm thankful and grateful. That's called an evergreen. You know, she's got a lot of them.
Yeah.
And look, Dionne got a lot of them.
Yes.
So I'm thankful for my Superwoman.
Yes. No, we're thankful. We still sing it.
Thank you.
Look, it's never gonna ever. It's gonna continue to be a movement song. And so your sound in the late 80s and early 90s was powerful yet vulnerable. And so how did you navigate being both strong and soft in an industry that often wanted women to choose just one?
Ooh. Well, because that's a part of being a woman. We're both. That's our strength. You know, so I did not fight it. I think the vulnerability was the beautiful part. They say, a lot of people say I have a youthful spirit, and that's which, you know, that's the feminine side, but then I'm also tough. So we need both. And you women, y'all know what I'm talking about.
Yes. Yes,
You
we
got to
do.
know when to place which side,
That's
right?
right. That's right. And so at the height of your success, you stepped away from the spotlight. And I wanted to ask, what inner calling guided that decision, and what did that season of life teach you about yourself?
Well, the inner work was done and so needed. So that season was growth, loving myself, challenging myself to be better, greater, evolving. Who is this woman? And I really, looking back at it, it was a blessing for me, because I really feel like I would not be just the total person that I am. I probably would be a superstar.
Right.
Of course, it wouldn't be as hard because I wouldn't have left the business and I would have kept going. I wouldn't have left at the height of my career, but I wouldn't have gained the love and the clarity of just the spiritual side of who I am and being grateful for all these little things. So God has a way of humbling you.
Right.
Like, because I went through a little tough time where I didn't really, when things happen fast for you, you can kind of think it's just supposed to be like that. Because when you first come out, if your record goes top 20, with Jeff Lorber, the jazz fusion artist, Facts of Love, then we're going to sign you to a record deal. That happened at 18. Now you get to work with the most prolific, songwriters of the time, Jam and Lewis, Terry Lewis, Ellie and Babyface. This stuff, platinum single, gold single, international, first time out. Like, you can really start thinking like, oh, this is how it's supposed to be, right? Because you don't know anything else. So I really, like I said, so stepping back, regrouping, and I got to really raise my daughter, and I got to come back right now, which is the best part of it, coming back, being a woman and being fearless and just, I wasn't that. I had went to Minnesota, and I like to say the house that Janet Jackson built. So you got to understand, I'm successful in my right in LA. Me and Terry get married, I moved to Minnesota. She's like, okay, like, this is her house that she built. You know what I mean? So the thing is that I had to come in there and not feel like I was threatening to anybody, but I just had to play, it was still Terry and Lewis was my husband. So the whole point was that it was just a big adjustment in me not having LA and Babyface anymore. So people don't realize it wasn't just so easy as they thought. Like, oh, Karyn's with Terry Lewis. No, it was a little tough time because he's like, why aren't they working on your record? Wow. Because you had all of this success with Babyface in LA. And so
there's an expectation.
Right. And so they had started LaFace. So they couldn't do me at that time because they could only do so many outside artists. So they wanted to make Tony Braxton their Karyn White. So I went through it was a weird time. Yeah. But I was happy to work with Jam and Lewis because who didn't want to be Janet Jackson?
Right.
Like, who didn't want to have those? Come on.
No, they had an amazing sound going.
Amazing. I know. Yeah. You're talking about up-tempos.
I still work out to some of that stuff.
Yeah, on the treadmill. Incredible. And the beautiful part is that it was me writing with them. You don't just come to them and get a song. Right. They like to, what do you want to say? Even with Janet, she came to them. It's like, okay, let's talk about, they talked and met. And it's like, we need to do control. What you're saying is that you want to be in control of who you are right now. So the same thing with me. So with the Ritual of Love, I was falling in love with the second album. I met Terry. I had a dance me and a romance me side, being romantic, as we talked about with the pearls and the lace and the Porsche and being classy, because I was a married woman too. So, it wasn't about me out here bumping.
Backing that thing up.
Even though Warner Brothers was like,
so you want to change your image?
No, not so much, but they were just kind of like, are you being a little too much of like a wife more so than
a sex symbol or like a
But I was like, I'm married now, so so that was a little bit of like, okay,
like a transition.
Yeah, and then trying to still understand what they're saying, but still be true to who I am, So I did the dance me side and the romance me side.
Yes. No, we enjoyed all of it.
Thank you.
So in your time away from the industry, what was the most surprising thing that you learned about love, both self-love and love for others?
What was the most surprising thing that I learned was,
What people be shocked to know?
oh my God. Well, first of all, you can give away your power.
Yes.
And you can forget who you are, even if you got gold and platinum records and and millions of dollars in the bank. So I did. I forgot who I was. I stopped believing in myself.
Oh, yeah.
It's so crazy how you can. So that talking about that vibration, keeping the right people around you, keeping your spiritual life on track. So that's so important because I did. And I remember going to see Babyface. I hadn't, seen him in years, maybe like 5. And so I went to see him in Tahoe, and he's like, do you want to get on stage? I was like, I don't sing. I haven't been singing. But it's just like, wow. I bet he was like, what the hell? You know what I mean? When I say I walked away, I walked away. And it was a lot of pain. My mother was dying.
Oh, so sorry.
Yeah. Terry, it was like another death because my husband, when you lose that, we weren't together, and it was very tough. So that's why I say I just I forgot who I was. I forgot all the great things, and I went through a very dark period. And my mother was my champion. She was there to make me know, baby, you can do anything. That's why I knew I could do anything. You couldn't tell me I couldn't have done it. And I knew I was going to do it. This is what I said at my 6th grade graduation speech when I was the valedictorian. I, Karyn White, will succeed. And I knew it. I went to school with Wendy Raquel Welch. Robinson. Why do I keep calling her Wendy Raquel Robinson? She was someone who really admired me, and I was very popular. They used to call me Karyn White Girl.
Oh, okay.
They used to call me Karyn White in elementary. I was a bully. I ain't happy about
no,
that.
you weren't a bully.
I was a bully, and what had happened was my parents had gotten divorced, and I just got kind of mean. I didn't know how to
navigate your emotions.
it.
That's rough.
Yeah, but then I took it out on the track. I was beating the boys. I was running. I love the 400, the 220, the 50-yard dash, playing basketball. Very tomboy, but very feminine at the same time. I just wanted to be out there, just doing something progressive and putting together groups, girl groups, whether I was performing or managing. I just loved it all. I loved performing. My sister was a dancer, so that's where I learned that from. So I don't even know how I got on this subject, but I done lost what I was talking about.
No, I love it. I didn't know all of that about you.
Yeah.
I'm grateful that you shared, because it
Thank you.
shows the tenacity. It
Yes,
shows that you're
yes.
willing to grow and learn, evolve.
Yeah.
And you dig from all your life lessons.
Yes,
all the way
yes,
back
you
from
have
being
to
a little
dig.
kid it shapes who you are now.
It really does.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
And then looking back is always good too. Like, I had no idea you were a tomboy, like a girly tomboy.
Yeah, I was a girl tomboy.
Yeah.
With long hair down,
Oh my
to
gosh.
here. I'm not lying. Look,
No.
I'm about to show y'all some pictures.
Yeah. No.
I've always had very long hair, very thick hair. So I was that girl, like I told you, until the bullies. When I went to the 7th grade, I went to a middle school called Bret Hart, and very talented people there, but it was kind of like hood a little bit. So I was like, they was going to scratch my face up, cut my hair off. Mama, you got to get me out of this school. I'm going to be a star.
Right.
So we used somebody's address to get into Over White, which was in Westchester, which was in the other Windsor Hills area,
Okay, is L.A.?
L.A., right,
okay,
Yeah, where Nia Long and all those people went, Bentley Evans, and so girl, I had to get out of there.
Yeah.
But I knew it, and so that faith, we were just talking about, so you're just the knowing. And so for me to lose that, I was in a dark space, so.
Yeah. No, I love that you're transparent about that.
Oh, yeah.
I grew up next to a crack house.
Ooh.
Yeah, in a 2-parent household, and the candy store was across the street.
Oh, wow.
And my dad made us do book reports in the summertime. You know, and he would be like, "Don't look at what's going on next door.
Wow.
Y'all come in the house at, you know, when the sun
He
is
didn't
about
try
to
to
set."
hide it.
But he would take us to friends' houses where there were 2 parents households. He was very, very adamant about us playing around when crack hit was so crazy.
Oh, my God.
So when you
in the
talk about
80s.
your mental toughness through a tough time as a kid, it builds you up. Like, you know people a little bit better too.
Yeah.
Because you're not scared of them.
Right.
Instead, you're trying to understand the experience, or what you know. You can pull from those experiences and say, okay, I know what I'm dealing with.
And we had to be so tough.
Yeah.
Like you said,
And still girly. I used
walking
to ride
across
bike. I used
from
to
a
ride
one crackhead.
Yeah.
I mean,
no. But I was tough too. I used to
I
ride
know,
wheelies with
that's
jelly
what-
bean shoes on, and people thought I was nuts. And I'm like, it's just me. You know?
yeah.
But I think that's why you're so like relatable, and why your content,
Thank
why your
you.
songs
Yeah.
resonate, because you sing like you're coming from a positive place,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also very like it's very authentic.
Yeah.
You know, you got to walk it like you talk. I think you
Oh,
do that well.
yeah.
You know,
Walk it like you talking.
exactly. And so you have returned to music,
Return.
yes, film
ahead.
and business with
Yeah.
fresh vision now, and everybody's so excited about it. Everybody's buzzing, and so I want to know, how does Karyn White today create differently from the version of you that gave us Romantic and Love Saw It? What's different now? What's changed now?
Karyn White today is. I understand history more. And I
Yeah.
happen to have a best friend and partner who reminds me of, you know, we talk about history. And so if you don't have a proper appreciation for what came before you, you can't really respect today, because that's what I have that I didn't have proper. I wish I would have. I was like, oh, I wish I would have gave a lot of these artists their pearls and their flowers. Not pearls, but they're like, gave them pearls.
Pearls
too.
are valuable.
But yeah, because you know they've paved the way.
Yeah.
So I just live in the now, and like I said, I know I'm not dated. I listen to it all. Before I was a little snooty when the 90s. It was kind of like I didn't like hip hop too much. I kind of messed up because I was supposed to hopefully do something with LL Cool J, and I didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just I just was like, you know, I don't know. Hip hop wasn't my thing at the time, but today, girl, like, I'm Kendrick, where you at?
You would do a
J.
song with
Cole?
Kendrick? Wait a second.
Are you crazy?
If Kendrick called you, do
Are
a
you
song with
crazy? That's
Really?
all I listen. Oh my God.
What about J. Cole? I love J.
I
Cole.
love You heard me, J. Cole, Kendrick.
If Nas called you, you would collaborate with Nas?
Of course.
Wow.
Man, Earth Gang. I mean, there's just oh my God, Andre 3000. Come on,
I love
Andre.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I love. So now I just appreciate all the.
He could play the
gifts.
flute and rap.
I know. Yeah, it's just I'm just
Open.
open,
Yeah.
and I went. When I tell you I had to come up to come down, I'm living in a 30,000 square foot home, y'all. That looks like a hotel.
Wow.
Okay, you just picture this. This is my life. You know, elevators and going from one garage, heated garage, to another at flight time.
Wow.
Homes on the East Coast, on the West Coast. I mean, just all of that. And then to, you know, have that not be there anymore, who was I going to be? I had to be tough, you know, but I had to be smart. So what I did was I realized we hired architects for this 30,000 square foot home that we built on Lake Minnetonka, as Prince would say. Lake Minnetonka.
Ooh.
Purify. Purify yourself. My favorite. So yeah, I had to do that. I had to, you know, we worked on this home. We hired the best architects and everything. So I'm a Libra. My mother's also a Gemini. I'm just very creative. I'm a rising is my Gemini. So I started flipping homes, and I always was doing something. Even when I was in Minnesota on my downtime when I was pregnant, I have a whole hat line for kids and with my daughter because she's coming, and then she comes out, and you know I'm meeting with like these franchises, and Terry's like, whose money you gonna do this with? Yours? Family money? It's like, no. I was like, oh,
Oh.
He's like, you don't know nothing about the, the baby business. I was like, you're right. But I had a business. I was an agency with Jerome's wife. Jerome Benton was my stepbrother. So his wife, brother-in-law. Thank you. My brother-in-law, Jerome Benton. Y'all know Jerome.
Jerome.
Yes,
Yeah.
Jerome.
With the mirror.
With the mirror.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to him and his beautiful wife, Kelly. We had an agency called Farabelle Agency. We represented hair and makeup, and because Minnesota was growing, and modeling agency. So, I've always continued. I mean, I've always loved being an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So this time, I had to do it.
Yeah.
So after me and Terry was no more, it was scary. My mother was gone. I was like, what in the world? So I wound up moving to Sacramento, and I bought this beautiful home from an interior designer who flipped homes. I didn't realize that she had done like 12 of them, and I just was number 12. Come in, looks like you traveled to Europe, Paris, Belgium. I mean, everything was just curated beautifully. And I had just walked away from this, this whole divorce from this house. So it was smaller. It was only, what was it? Was maybe, I don't even know, 6,000 square, no, not 6,000. I can't remember, 4,000 square feet. 4,000 square feet. I didn't need 30,000 square feet. It was just me and Ashley.
Yeah.
So anyway, I learned from her. So I started flipping homes. So I was like, that's what I'm going to do. So I bought homes. Eddie Murphy was my neighbor. This was an area called Granite Bay. And outside of Sacramento, 45 minutes. And so the foreclosed homes, I would buy a home and refurbish it and, make it beautiful and then sell it. And, the only thing that my daughter made sure was that, Mom, I want to stay in the same school district. So I was doing that. We were moving because it was very lucrative. You could, tax-free. If you stay there 2 years, you could make them pull the money out tax-free. So I built a lot of wealth by doing that. And it was the first thing. I loved doing it because I didn't have to ask permission from anybody.
Right.
I could just do what I wanted to do.
Empowered
I needed a
yourself.
producer.
Yeah.
I needed a band. It was me. Whatever I could get up and find and do. And if you knew who I was, fine. I would be tracking the antique stores. People think I was a real estate investor. I mean, real estate, what is it called? Agent, but I was an investor.
Oh.
So I wound up buying 12 or 13 homes in Sacramento. It was a great time, lucrative. This was when I stopped flipping homes because that got kind of like, okay, I'm wearing me out. We're going to stay in this house. And so I did real estate, and I felt so empowered. No college education. I had to learn about finances, and it was so fun. That's when I realized my superpower. So I went from depressed to,
I can do this.
I was like,
Yeah.
Karyn, it doesn't matter. Like, you crazy. Like, you really are like, don't get in my way. Ambitious, and you have blinders on. You could be successful at anything. I just thought it was music because that's what I loved.
Right.
But when I saw I was winning financially with these homes and
peel back the layers,
peel back
reveal
the layers
other gifts that you
have.
have.
And then smart enough to say, okay, let me learn, all about it online and read books. And then I had some people come in. We talked about discernment earlier. Some agents say, okay, well, let's buy 10 homes together. They make the money, right? But we want to at least option it with you. And then when you sell, we'll get a commission. I was like, why do I need them for that? So I was like, I can do it myself. Once I did one of them, so then I realized I don't need him to buy and sell. He's making double commission. I'm the one taking all the risk, putting up the money.
Exactly.
He's winning.
What do you need the middleman
Why?
for?
What do I need the middleman
Exactly.
for? So I was smart enough to do that. And this is, like I said, it was God. It was a lot of me just, like I said, being focused and very driven. And so that's when like I said, the superpower. So ladies, I try to tell them, it's just like, you really got to have blinders when you're trying to do great things. It's hard.
Yeah.
But when you go through it and you realize, like, it's the best thing because you're physically doing it. Nobody is handing it to you. You're doing the work.
You put in
you're
the-
making the
yeah.
decisions. And you realize it's like, oh, I can do it. Because I'm like, how in the world? Look, this is me telling Derek this. 'Cause it's hard for me to do it now that I'm an artist. Trust me.
Right.
Derek's like, because he's my partner. He's like, I don't want to do this house stuff with you. It's hard to be an artist and do it. That it's not fun.
Right.
So because it's like
It's a lot of attention.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it takes too much attention. And we did that, and we had people in Atlanta, supposed to be putting, drywall up there.
Lord.
They're gone. I'm like, okay, no, let me stop doing this now. Get back to my music thing. It ain't fun no more.
Right.
So anyway, but yeah, you can do it, ladies.
You can do it.
You can build other careers and not be defined by one, and that's what makes you a superwoman.
There you go. There you go. And so I heard this. I just recently heard that you have a show coming up in South Africa.
Yeah.
Are you excited? That's exciting.
Girl, let me tell you, South Africa is
Yeah.
such an incredible place. They have embraced me with so much love. I went there the first time, 2017. I had never been. And it was like Janet or Whitney getting off that plane.
Wow.
I had no clue I'm playing in stadiums, or maybe arenas, not stadiums. Playing in arenas. And I'm like, what in the world? 8-year-olds know who I am, and they're like, oh, we have to write your songs out. Not just Superwoman. I'd rather be alone than be unhappy. Here comes the pain. Make him do right. Oh, I mean, like my whole there. When you see the song they just sent over to Derek, we want Karyn to sing these ballads, and it was 13. I was like, wow.
Real
I mean,
fans.
like,
yeah. That's got to be emotional.
Yeah. So over there, even though my second and third didn't do as much here, over there it did. It did better. So when I go there, I'm just like, God gave me such a gift in South Africa because I had no clue. While as I came in the States, I came back, it was, what she look like? Let me see, can she sing?
Oh, wow.
Prove us yourself. I was like, I had none of that. When South Africa, they were like, yes.
Yeah.
So, and it was such a blessing because God knows.
Yes. I'm glad they were receiving you that way.
Yeah.
And I always hear it's very spiritual to go to the motherland.
Oh yeah, to the motherland.
And there's like an awakening, like the ancestral DNA, like the, and so I always hear that people become emotional when they set foot on the land.
Yes, the soil.
And they're received well. For them to receive you well, it's just that's just awesome.
Yeah, it's very emotional and just awesome because, like I said, the States, they're like, oh, we got Beyonce, we got everybody. So you know how it is with legacy artists here. We have to fight our way. Like, hey, you know what I mean? There's other people other than SZA and Beyonce, and trust me, I love my girl SZA. All of them.
Yes.
But other countries, they just appreciate. That's our national currency.
Yeah.
Entertainment, and they appreciate it.
No, I was just talking to a friend about Paul McCartney.
Ooh.
And his songwriting. He became a millionaire off of songwriting. And how you can go to a U2 concert and you have people from all ages there. And they celebrate their their heroes and their legacy artists and their legends. And I'm just kind of like, I don't know why our community will say, okay, so-and-so, he ain't made nothing in 15 years. Oh, I'm not going to a Ludacris concert. And I'm just like, I thought Ludacris, and you're just kind of like.
What is that?
I don't know what that is.
I guess we're so talented that we just can throw away people, I guess.
That's so crazy.
I mean, I don't know. I do not know, but I know the other folk, they will be at the
They will support.
And they will support, and they know.
And then they cater to their fan base. I noticed that too.
Yeah. So I want to change that.
Yeah.
But for me, it's, and I'm starting to get a lot of younger fans. Derek
are all over TikTok. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be like, oh, what you know about Karyn White?
Yeah.
Oh, we love the Maid video. And blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
The way I feel about you. No, it's so fun.
Yeah.
It's
to be discovered by a new generation because you're still putting out new music.
That's the fun part right there.
Yeah.
And so it's like, y'all know how we feel about entertainers. Y'all don't ever want to see them get old. Y'all be like, ooh, she like, oh, like, dang. So look, I'm gonna be like Tina Turner, man. She's my goal. She's my goals.
Yes, she's amazing. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about something that you did that just everybody just loved. You produced and starred in Gale in the Storm.
Oh,
which blends music, film, and storytelling. And I just wanted to ask, what called you to take on both the creative and leadership roles on that project?
Insanity. Not just no. Bossing up. You know who I love? Is my girl. Why can't you gonna think I'm crazy? What's my girl, Derek? Awkward girl.
Issa Rae?
Issa Rae.
Yes.
Come on. She's such an inspiration.
Yeah.
After seeing her do it, I watched her build it from the ground on up. And I'm like, wow. But she is brilliant.
Yeah, she is.
So it's not just talent and beauty. That girl is brilliant. And so I felt empowered seeing what she was doing. I had started acting, taking acting classes, and acting will open you up.
Yeah. If
anybody ever has gone to acting classes, it's Richard Lawson. I took some of his classes, as well as Ivana Chubbuck. She's a famous acting coach out there to Beyonce, Brad Pitt, and Halle, and a bunch of other people. But you have to get up there and tell your whole story, and people don't care that you're Karyn White. What are you using for this scene? Are you using your divorce? Are you using your... I'm like, oh my God.
Like, are y'all harassing me?
Yeah. It's like, it's a sacred space.
Yeah.
No, it is, because we're all telling some things weren't good that people were using for scenes.
Right.
It's like, oh, that happened to you?
Wow.
So you have to respect it. So it opened me up wide, girl. I was like, okay, once I could do all of that in front of this class, and when I got on stage, I was just you see me on stage now. It is not, I'm not shy, right?
Not at all. And you're doing the dance moves, and you're singing, and you're not out of breath. It's amazing. Like, you and Beyonce can do the dance steps and sing with the heels on.
The platforms.
Yeah, no, shout out to y'all, because a lot of people don't want to come unless you have a show. You have a show.
Yes, definitely.
You have dancers up there.
Yeah,
I'm like, come on now.
Yeah. So Gale in the Storm was my story. And one thing I learned being a businesswoman, come on now. I want to control my own destiny.
Yes.
If anybody's going to put out a story loosely based on it, it's going to be me.
That's right.
I definitely felt I love the era that we're in. You guys have talked to me about that, putting out your own content and controlling it. And so that's look, Issa Rae, and I'm like, we can do it too. So y'all, that's why I admire you all. I admire the content creators that are out here and building it from the bottom up. Hey, doing the work. And these, Tasha K.
Yes, Tasha K is killing the game.
And she says, I'm going to get on another platform. I'm like, oh.
Come on now.
She hit him with and her fan base went over there. Maybe not all, but enough. So just brilliant, smart people. And they don't know I'm watching, but I'm watching, and I'm so proud.
Yeah, no, that's an inspiration. And so the music industry has transformed drastically since your debut. And I just wanted to ask, how do you view your legacy in shaping what R&B is now?
Ooh, I believe my legacy is built on being authentic, being business, fearless, and reinventing. So I'm hoping that when you guys tell my story, you'll be like, wow, she left the business for 18 years.
Wow. Came
back even greater. So, and it's okay sometimes you better take a rest. Because, and I'm not going to say this, but there's some artists that should have taken a rest. And maybe they would still be here today.
Yes.
You got to know when to time out.
Know
and
when to
not
fold
let
them.
the money. Because, you stay in because people are telling you, and you probably don't want to stop and face them demons. And that's really what I did. I really didn't like who I was becoming. I'm like, how in the hell am I divorced? How the hell am I raising Ashley, Terry, and I just never saw that coming. So you better step back and do some soul searching and get right with God. And that's what I did. And it's just, you can't buy that kind of peace. Was I perfect? No. But I did the inner work, and you got to do the work.
You got to do the work, and it's important. And so I wanted to switch gears a little bit and talk about your sense of fashion. You look amazing today. I'm enjoying this outfit.
Where's my boa? Y'all didn't even tell me.
It slipped down. I thought you removed it.
Oh, I think.
Oh.
I think it came off when I was talking about my Tina Turner. I was doing my James Brown. No, I love this boa. I love. Yeah,
no,
thank you.
it's amazing. But I wanted to talk about your sense of fashion. I have on my blazer today, everybody, and I have on my lace because of this woman right here. I want to say
Tell
you
me
and
why.
Jody Watley.
Shout out to Jody
But
Watley.
Janet Jackson,
Ooh,
when I was
Janet.
coming up,
Oh my
like
God.
we loved your sense of style. I think Madonna would do the pearls and the lace
Yes,
too.
Madonna.
And I had to ask you this question because I've just been wanting to ask you this my whole life. But did you create or did you construct your own image, or did you have like fashion consultants come in? But your sense of style is iconic.
Thank you. No, I'm going to say it was a little bit of both, but majority. Look, you can't. It's hard to tell Karyn White stuff. Warner Brothers was like, "We need you to dress a little bit more like the Victoria's Secret catalog." I'm like, huh? I don't know. It wasn't like catalog meaning sexy.
Right,
They would-
right.
You remember like they would have like cute little orange tops
Yes.
and jeans. I was like,
Yes.
and see, my mother is Texas, hats,
Yes.
pearls, dramatic. I'm like, but I get it now because I love that. That's cool, girl, off-duty model look.
Yes,
I understand what they were
off-duty
saying,
model.
but I
That's
didn't
the Karyn
understand.
White look. Okay.
Right.
Listen, no, let me jot that down.
Yes.
Off duty.
Off-duty model, but
Okay.
but the point was I didn't know what they were saying. I'm like, I don't even know how to be that girl. But it's so funny. I had from the very first video, The Way You Love Me, you'll see. We made some of those outfits, went to Melrose, which is a fashion area.
Yeah.
Beautiful fabrics and jeans and just rocker 80 thing, and then moved on to the pearls and
Yes, with
the
the
romantic
corset or the
video,
jeans
the corset.
and-
Yes.
And
all
Vanessa
that was
Williams
stuff
will do
we
that too.
made.
I'm like,
Yeah.
these ladies.
But
y'all
that was really
had
big.
Yeah.
That's the beautiful part about the 80s, you guys.
And you
Everybody was-
popularized that look.
Thank you. It was so unique. It was so beautiful because everybody had their own vibe going.
Yeah.
But
And you guys influenced so many. Like I see SZA with the big curls, and I'm thinking Karyn White.
Yes. I just
Because
thought
she's
it-
up there
I
throwing that
thought
hair on. I'm like,
too.
yes.
I love SZA. I was like, I'm kind of thinking SZA. Yeah, well, SZA's so cold because with her
you walk so she
gymnastics
can
stuff.
run. Yeah.
Yeah. She's gymnastics. Yeah, but yeah. So and then you have Rihanna.
Yes.
She's that girl too. That it's like that between that grunge but 90s. She's always had that really dope style too. Kelly, what's her name? What's
Kelly
her girl?
Rowland?
Beyond Kelly Rowland and all the girls. So it's fun to do it at this age when you know who you are. You're not trying to be ladies. It's okay. We don't have to want to be. We appreciate Kelly and them, but it's okay to be grown and sexy. We call it grown girl fly. You understand? Be grown girl
Okay,
fly.
you're teaching a clinic
So
today.
because we ain't trying to be out here, wearing stuff we shouldn't be wearing.
Yes.
Not because if you can, you can, but most of us can't. So, I think it's fun to just, have the class because we did that.
Yeah, no, you had fun with fashion.
Yeah, we have fun.
Yeah.
But just knowing what fits your body type, that's the most important thing.
Absolutely. Like I wear a red lip because of you.
Oh,
Like
my
everybody says,
gosh.
don't give up on the red lip, and I'm the girl with the blonde pixie and the red lip,
I
and I'm
know,
like Karyn
so
White.
cute. And that color is so beautiful with you.
Thank you so much.
So we're going to be coming out with the Ritual Red lipstick.
I'm excited
And
about
I'm
that. I've been
excited.
hearing
Me
about
too.
that.
Yeah, so I'm working on that. I'm working on a lot with fashion. But I just think, I'm like, what do you guys want to see? So drop in the comments.
Yes.
What would you like to see? Would you like to do some corsets? Would you like some
Yes.
jewelry? Would you like
The pearl chokers and the
pearls
long
stuff
pearls,
like that? Yeah, the
lace.
iconic. Yeah, so I'm having fun with fashion, which we should.
Absolutely.
And you know who else is having fun with fashion? I don't know if y'all been watching. Babyface.
Really?
Woo!
I haven't been paying attention.
Girl,
He's been going in.
that boy is going in.
Oh,
He
wow.
is Mr. YSL, Dolce Gabbana,
Okay.
Prada. I'm like, woo!
Mm.
Every time I see him, he is cold-blooded. So shout out to you, Babyface.
Shout out to Babyface.
Babyface, like you inspire me. I was like, let me go ahead on and dress.
That's
And-
right.
And look, because this year I done spent some money. I'm like, let me have some.
Shout out to the Gucci store.
Right, shout out to the Gucci store, right? but I'm smart though. We got to know how.
Right.
Look, we'll do my consignment.
That's right.
We want to be famous at the bank, y'all.
That's right. That's right.
But have fun with it though.
That's
yeah,
right.
he's having an incredible time. So shout out to Babyface.
Shout out to Babyface. And so I had a conversation with someone about not knowing who's on the radio. And shout out to everyone who's on the radio. Don't get me wrong.
Let's talk about it.
But one thing that everyone says about you is that your voice is instantly recognizable. Mm-hmm. You don't use auto-tune. This is your God-given gift. This is your instrument.
Okay.
And so it's rich and soulful. And I wanted to talk about how you care for your instrument over the years.
Oh, we talked a little bit about, of course, you can't drink alcohol and low acid diet, because I was going through some things with my voice and it was based on what I was eating. I was like, oh my God, I had a little something, little thing on there. I ain't gonna even say what it was, but it's gone, y'all.
Thank God.
I had a clear bill of health, and I'm happy. Yeah. So, but just eating right, not drinking, and warming up, doing vocal lessons, really being serious. Look, like it's a job, like singing. Shout out to Shanice. Look, she was always taking vocal lessons, and if you hear how amazing she sounds, have y'all heard Shanice?
She's amazing.
Shanice
was doing a festival, I think, and I saw a clip of her on TikTok.
Yeah, Shanice is incredible.
Sounding exactly the same.
Oh, yeah, sounding better. No,
Yeah.
Shanice is a whole beast. But I'm saying that because she was one of those original girls back then that was taking voice lessons. And I wish I would have listened, because it's like, dang, I thought, they're going to change my voice and make me sound different. It's like, no, they're going to help you to really sing and project and how to use your instrument.
Right, so you don't damage something.
So exactly, but me being I remember I told you, youth is wasted on young.
Hey.
What did I know, right?
Hey. And I wanted to ask too, does tea work? I hear about vocalists using tea to protect their
Tea,
vocal cords.
Yeah. Well, the throat coat tea also. What else am I doing? Throat coat tea is something else I just started. I can't remember. Do you remember?
Slippery elm.
Yeah, slippery elm. Thanks. Shout out to my niece Camille who told me about that slippery elm, and that's something you can get on not on YouTube. Amazon,
health food store,
health food store, and then a throat coat spray, and not talking a lot. When Michael and Janet, how they whisper is really because
they're protecting their
they're protecting their voice.
So
I'm
just
just my voice.
yes, I'm
Janet,
so excited.
What'd you say?
And Joseph,
that was protecting.
sometimes he would be rough on us, and
Yeah, so that's that part.
Yeah. That's the secret. That's the secret of success. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about legacy. Legacy is more than awards and charts, right? Mm-hmm. And so what do you want your legacy to look like?
My legacy? What do I want it to look like? I want it to look like, going after it all. Look, I deserve it all.
That's right. Everything.
I feel like I deserve it all. Everything. I want my legacy to look like she lived her life.
Yes.
Like there was no stone unturned, She walked away. She came back. She produced movies on herself. She had a foundation, helped other women, supported women, came back writing songs, just, all the things, producing and just living, really looking at the opportunity that God has blessed you with, and just having fun doing it. Like that girl having fun, and I am.
Yeah.
Fashion, all of it. So I want my legacy to encapsulate just she did it, and she did it fearlessly, and she had fun.
Yes. And so sometimes people refer to you as an icon. Mm-hmm. I wanted to know, how does that make you feel? Do you embrace that title, or do you just go, I'm just, I don't know how to feel
Say
about
it again.
that? An icon.
I'm a what?
An icon. I guess that answers that question. I guess we feel
Yes,
it.
girl.
Yeah.
Look, I'm taking that.
Yeah,
Look.
when people say she's an icon.
Well, and the beautiful part too is that I'm like,
I love it.
the beautiful part is like, I'm called Superwoman. So people are speaking every day. They're affirming I can do hard things.
Word sounds
because that's what a
powered.
Superwoman is.
Yes, the Superwoman.
Do it fearlessly. Do it tired. Do it, all of that. You're tired. If you're fearful, do it anyway.
Yes.
That's what a Superwoman does. So I'm like, thank you for pouring into me, because they call me Superwoman.
Yes.
So it's like my name. So this song really is for me, y'all. Because it's what do they call that? Like a double entendre, a triple entendre of really what I really believe that I wound up doing in my life.
Yeah. No, I love it. The Superwoman, the icon, Karyn White.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. And so I wanted to add, we're about to approach the time. And so I wanted to say, well, when all is said and done, okay, what truth do you most want people to remember about Karyn White, the woman, the artist, and the spirit?
The truth. Well,
Your truth.
my truth
Yeah.
is that I can do all things through God who strengthens me.
Come on
And
now.
that's my foundation. And doing right by people and loving yourself. So it's really, my truth is in just love and gratitude. Because
take you far.
yeah, it'll take you far. And love and gratitude is appreciating just the little things, because that's what I had to. I think I paid a big price for not understanding that in my youth, to have the greatest on projects and have worked with the greatest. So, not that I didn't know they were great and appreciate them, but I just really feel like I didn't have the proper respect for, like, you do know the team you have. You have Larkin Arnold, who was my manager, who was the attorney, and he was the person who was the president of Sony Records. He's the one responsible for Michael Jackson's deal. I think it was CBS at the time.
CBS Records.
Signed Sade, signed Notley Cole, signed Luther Vandross.
Wow.
Did Marvin Gaye's comeback record. Got paid off of if Michael Jackson sold over 10 million records, and we know he sold
Way more than that. Yeah.
way more, 100 million plus. This is who my manager was, and I didn't have the proper respect for even who he was in my life, because when things happen, I'm telling you about fast. Benny Medina, my A&R person, who you know, they have a whole story on a movie. A whole sitcom.
Yes.
You guys, The Fresh Prince is Benny Medina. So I had Don Cornelius discovered me, you know, with O'Brien, having him be the part of my journey and get me into the business. And so these are just milestones in my life that I look back and I'm like, wow, you know, you've really only had the best. So I really want to just say to them, thank you, and for pouring into me. And like, I may have had to wait 18 years to come back and get it, but I want you guys to know I'm grateful and thankful. L.A. Reid, you know, who's doing his thing, still in the business, Babyface, Daryl Simmons, Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis. I even work with Anita Baker's producer, Michael Powell. So I just all the writers and everybody that has been on the Karyn White team today, DOA, Alan, Derek Muhammad, my manager, Jay King, who got me back into the business, just all of you. Thank you for giving me a piece of myself back and my strength and pouring into me. I hope you're proud of me. I love you guys.
I know they are. Well, Karyn White, we thank you.
Thank you.
For everything that you've done for the culture, for everything, for every little girl who looked in the mirror with a hairbrush singing your songs, to all of those girls that wear red lips like me. We love you. I'm not getting ready to do it. I got allergies sometimes, so sometimes my throat is just, you know.
Oh, yeah, I know it's your
But it is an
allergies, girl.
honor to sit before you today.
Oh, thank you.
And I take my bow. You are a powerful queen, and I'm so glad to be sitting here with you.
Wow, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, give me a hug. Oh,
Thank you so
for
much.
your podcast.
Yes,
You're just
ma'am.
a beautiful, affirming, uplifting, and look, we had an amazing time talking
This is
about
gratitude, yeah.
and thanks, you know. That's how you know it. It wasn't you interviewing me. We had a wonderful
Just
conversation.
girlfriends chatting.
Yeah, so thank you for having me.
I thank you so
both.
much. Thank you.
Okay.
And thank you for tuning into the Queen's Address. I'll catch you next one. Peace King, peace Queen.
Y'all have a song?
Yeah, we have Salam Remy does it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
if you have some good music, we'll put it on.
I'm just dancing to the beat of the
Yes.
of your theme song. There
Yes.
you go. Yeah, we got to do a theme song.
Reinvention.